Whether it is the ceasefire between India and Pakistan, the ceasefire between Iran and Israel, or the complete destruction of Iran's nuclear sites, Donald Trump's claims are always the victim of critics, and it is said that these claims are either incomplete or they have very little truth in them. After the attack on Iran's nuclear sites, Donald Trump informed the whole world about the attack and also said that Iran's nuclear program is now over forever. And to emphasize, he used the word obliterate, that is, now it has been removed from the root. But later reports showed that Iran's nuclear sites have actually suffered very little damage. And this intelligence report was given by the U.S. Defense Intelligence Agency, which somehow leaked and reached the media. When these reports were published, Trump criticized CNN and the New York Times, and those reporters who worked on this story demanded that they be fired. But Trump's behavior further strengthened the suspicion that this report was true. A news agency in Iran, Amwaj Media, later reported that Iran was told before the attack that it would only happen once. But this was not the first time that Donald Trump's lie has been caught. Donald Trump's life is full of all kinds of false scandals, false claims, and fraud. Let's take a look at Donald Trump's false statements. Welcome to this MindMirror video again, and if you are new on this channel, like and subscribe so that our new video can reach you as soon as possible. So let's go to the video. Viewers, Donald Trump has said thousands of lies or wrong things so far. The Washington Post's fact checkers have recorded that Trump has said 3,573 lies or misleading things in his first term. That means he lied 21 times a day, and the Toronto Star newspaper in Canada has recorded 5,276 of his lies from 2017 to 2019. In the beginning, many news agencies were afraid to call Trump's lies a lie, but after June 2019, they openly started calling these things lies. Trump's close associate Steve Bannon, who was the CEO of the 2016 election campaign, said that Trump's real enemy is not the Democrats, but the press. And the way to deal with them is to create so much confusion and statements that people cannot focus on any issue. After the 2020 U.S. presidential election, Donald Trump and his supporters repeatedly claimed that there was a huge fraud in the election. And if it wasn't for this fraud, Trump would have won the election.
This is a fraud on the American public. We were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election.
This repeated claim was an example of Hitler's propaganda strategy big lie. That is, tell such a big lie that people start thinking it is true. The New Republic is a well-known American magazine. Its experts say that Trump's words are not just lies, but nonsense, which have no meaning. Many professors, analysts, and political observers say that politicians have always lied, but Trump is completely different in this regard. Carol McKinnon, who was an American ethnologist in 2017, says that it is common in politics to lie. But Donald Trump is such a leader who has the most skill in lying. Historian Douglas Brinkley says that some U.S. presidents have misled the country at times, but a president who repeatedly and habitually lies like Trump has never come before. Some experts have even said that it would not be wrong to call Trump the biggest liar in U.S. history. Once, he instructed his press secretary, Stephanie Grisham, to just keep repeating anything, No matter what it is, people will believe it. When Stephanie left her job, she said this in front of the media. This is called the illusory truth effect, and this technique was used by Hitler. In this, the lie is made so common that it seems true. The Washington Post created a new category in 2018, which was named Bottomless Pinocchio. In this category, those people were put who have repeated the same lie 20 times. And surprisingly, Donald Trump is the first and only politician to have 14 statements immediately included in this category. This means that he deliberately kept lying again and again. CNN fact checker Daniel Dale says that Trump mixes so many new lies that the media can't follow him. By repeating lies again and again, he exhausts the media's attention. In 2011, for the first time, Donald Trump said in an interview that Barack Obama was not born in America.
He doesn't have a birth certificate, or he hasn't shown it. He has what's called a certificate of live birth. That is something that's easy to get.
For the next 5 years, he kept criticizing Barack Obama in various interviews and in his election campaign. That he was not born in America, but in Kenya, because his birth certificate never came public. This became so common that people really started doubting Barack Obama. Finally, Barack Obama was forced to publish his birth certificate, and here Donald Trump's lie was caught, in which it was clearly written that he was born in 1961 in the U.S. state of Hawaii. But instead of Donald Trump accepting his lie, he put all the blame on someone else. In 2016, Donald Trump finally accepted that Obama was born in the U.S., but here he blamed Hillary Clinton for saying that Obama was born in Kenya. While the BBC confirmed that Hillary Clinton never blamed Obama, for Trump it is said that he doesn't just lie, but only bullshits. According to Harry Frankfurt's famous book Bullshit in 2005, a liar knows the truth and hides it, while a bullshitter doesn't care if what he says is true or not. Washington Post's Eduardo Porter says that this definition of Frankfurt fits Trump perfectly. For example, when Trump became president, he put all the blame on the last American government without checking the U.S. unemployment or inflation numbers. Research shows that Donald Trump has a very old habit of lying. In 1984, GQ magazine published Trump's profile, where Trump claimed that he owns the entire block of Central Park, South, and Avenue of the Americas. But JQ magazine wrote that Trump actually owned only 2 buildings, which is only the 6th part of the entire block. This year, another lie of his was also revealed. In 1984, to be on the Forbes list of the top 400 rich people in the United States, Trump told Forbes reporter his false wealth and joined the list. At that time, he revealed his wealth of $100 million, but in reality, his wealth was only $10 million. Not only this lie, but at that time Trump's spokesperson was John Barron, and in the audio recordings it was revealed that when Trump spoke to Forbes reporter, he spoke as John Barron. Since then, Forbes magazine has made a special rule for Donald Trump. Forbes editor Randall Lane said in an interview with MSNBC that we have calculated Trump's wealth in such a way that whatever he says, we divide it by 3. Not only this, after the stock market crash in 1987, Donald Trump claimed to the media that he did not suffer any loss because he had sold all the stocks a month earlier. But his lie was caught when it was seen in the filing of the U.S. Security Exchange Commission that Trump actually suffered a loss of $19 million in the stock market crash. The list of Donald Trump's lies or false stories is so big that it does not even take the name of ending. In 2009, Donald Trump bought a luxury golf course in Florida, which was named Trump National Golf Club. When Trump became its owner, he built a monument in the golf course. It was written on the monument that a bloody civil war was fought here, and it was known here that the water of the river turned red with blood. And Trump's name was also written below as if he was a great historian. When the real historians saw this claim, they said that there has never been a civil war in this place. A Civil War expert, Richard Gillespie, said that this story is completely wrong. Trump deliberately played with people's emotions by using the name of Civil War. When Trump was asked about this, he started calling historians bad. Not only that, Trump has claimed many times that he has won the golf club championship 18 times. But in reality, he has won only twice. The remaining 16 wins he won in those clubs whose owners were either himself or those who were managed by the Trump organization. Professional golfer Buddy Marucci said that Trump tells his club members that if anyone tries to get ahead of him, his membership will be cancelled. This proves that Trump has also been threatening to make false claims. Tony Schwartz is a journalist and ghostwriter who actually wrote Trump's book The Art of the Deal. That is, people think that Trump wrote this book, but in reality, Schwartz wrote it. Schwartz later openly admitted that he made a big mistake by showing a good image of Trump. This book also wrote lies many times, like Trump wrote that my grandfather was American when he actually came from Germany. He did this because after World War II, the Americans began to hate the Germans, and anyone who had a background in Germany was considered bad. In his 2016 election campaign, Trump said that in the year 2000, he predicted Osama bin Laden's 9/11 attack in his book, The America We Deserve. He also said that when no one knew Osama, I wrote in the book that Osama bin Laden should be killed. But in fact, this was not written anywhere in the book. In fact, people reminded Trump that Osama bin Laden had been on America's most wanted list since 1998. That is, he lied so much to get people's attention in his election campaign. When Donald Trump announced his presidential election campaign in 2015, within 6 months, a famous fact-checking website, FactCheck.org, awarded him the King of Whoppers. That is, the King of Lies. The website said that in our 12-year history, no leader has ever lied as much as Donald Trump has. And the strangest thing is that even when a lie is caught, Trump refuses to believe his lie. In 2016, he started spreading a strange conspiracy in the election campaign. At that time, Ted Cruz was also fighting for the election to become the presidential candidate of the Republican Party. But Trump started spreading that Ted Cruz's father was involved in the murder of John F. Kennedy. His father was with Lee Harvey Oswald prior to Oswald's being shot. For example, the Ku Klux Klan is an American extremist group, also known as the KKK. These people have an anti-black, anti-Jewish, and anti-immigrant agenda. They have also been involved in murder and other crimes. David Duke has been the famous leader of this group. In 2016, David Duke said, "Vote for Trump, I support him." When Trump was asked if he would reject his support, Trump simply said, "Who is David Duke?" and what is this KKK? People were surprised that how is it possible that a group that is known by children does not know the presidential candidate. Now, either he really didn't know David Duke or he was pretending, and if he was pretending, there could be only one reason for it. Triple K and Trump's same agenda. Yes, in the 1970s, the U.S. Department of Justice filed a case of racial discrimination against Trump and his father. The accusation was that they do not rent out their flats to black people. In 1991, Trump also said that I don't like black accountants. He has also said many times about Mexican people that Mexican people are mostly rapists and criminals. All this shows that there is not much difference in the thinking of a white racist group like Triple K and Donald Trump. Trump's lie is so big that it is not possible to cover it in one video. In April 2022, Donald Trump was addressing a rally in North Carolina. The rally participants were forced to laugh loudly when Trump said that I am the truest man in the world. I hope you will like and share this video of MindMirror. Thank you so much for your lovely comments. See you in the next video.